Hello, welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament. Today, we're discussing the general reading part 2 of the 27th chapter of the Pot Smoker's Bible and the 24th chapter of the book of Zion. So I'm going to take up where I left off. While the Ogallala Aquifer, may not pack enough of a punch to change our orbit and um, preclude the need for an asteroid uh, strike to impact us, there could be more than one event foretold. The repetition of passages referring to this varies enough to suggest a series of events that leads to our possible demise. Jesus suggested a series of events as the birth pangs of our Earth's evolution. So it may be one of many events to come that will forever change our world. Which brings us to the end game, fire. The prophets tell us, in no uncertain terms, that all who refuse to take shelter in caves will burn. They will be ashes under our feet. It says that no living thing will survive on the surface. No one will live. There is no trace of a chance of survival. The fire will destroy everything. It will leave only charred bones. No enemy will live to fight us. Our world will be ash and dust, bones and memories soon forgotten. I have cried a stream of tears for those bones. I wish that I could save every child, every woman, and every man. But there is a balance to nature, and we have disrupted that balance. There are just too many lower life forms dressed up in human skins. Our level of evolution is calculated in frequencies. The higher the frequency, the higher the level of the soul. By that measure, only a third qualify for human embodiment. The rest have been elevated prematurely. They will not resonate with the idea of Zion and will return to their natural place in evolution. This fireball earth will cleanse the surface of contaminants enough to allow for life to thrive. We will have to rebuild. That's just a fact. We will have to remove all the bones that littered the earth, and we will have to put those souls to rest. We will then be free to evolve into a better human creature, guided by aliens who are our truest parents. When we emerge from our shelter, we will be greatly we will be greeted by alien friends and family. We will be given all of the aid that we need before and after this event. We, who have given much, will be given much needed aid so that we can help ourselves. They aren't our overlords, nor are they our free ride. They are our eldest relatives. They are the God of our ancestors. They are offering us their eternal friendship. I haven't talked about all of the dire threats we face. Many preppers are screaming about, huh? You fill in the blank. Bank debt, oil crisis, World War III, cyber strike, AI takeover. The list is endless. The threats are real, and it will be a combination of factors that will lead to our demise. But the fireball is an unacceptable risk. It is the final blow to our civilization. And its fuel source is methane. We have killed ourselves by releasing the methane. It was the one line we could not cross and survive. We crossed it in 1988. The Gray didn't act in regards to me from 1979 to 1988. Then, they activated my telepathy. I was their safeguard. As long as we didn't doom ourselves, I was allowed to drift in my misery. Kenny wasn't touched until it became a matter of human survival. It had nothing to do with their needs. By then, they had viable children. They did this to save us, pure and simple. By their own intergalactic law, they could not interfere with us without dire necessity. The release of methane made our future survival impossible without their help. Their intervening is our salvation. So, when they linked Kenny and I, they intervened. Not because they wanted to do us harm, but because they wanted us to survive. However, we must now follow intergalactic law. Our days of money for nothing and checks for free is over. They are now the true authority on Earth. Kenny and I are their representatives. We speak for them. That is what we are, the authority of the universe elected by trial right to speak for those above us. We have been asking, are we alone? No, we are not. We are part of a greater intergalactic empire, which is allied to a universal domain that expands beyond our view. We are part of something much, much bigger than we are. We are the chosen people spoken of for that authority. However, we are their trained leaders. We have been taught moral law and judgment, and we are given the ability to use our learned authority to provide for the salvation of our race. Ignorance is a form of restraint. People who don't believe in a thing are denied its power. So to be taught to use an ability that the rest of the population doesn't believe in grants us an authority that is unavoidable. When the gray come, they will speak the laws that we are now subject to. As a witness to that society, I am the living record of humanity's fault and of its troubles and its triumphs. I once said a prayer. I offered myself up to God. And God 3 answered. They answered. And when they come at my request. I have earned the right to witness. Kenny has earned the right to rule. Together we bring unity, salvation of life on earth, a beautiful future for those who are able to adjust. In the coming years, laws will be enforced by our new friends. These laws are essential to the preservation of life on this planet. Having had earned the right to do so let's begin. We must reduce our use of resources. Every item we create is a nail in our coffin. Stop buying crap. We must stop endless, mindless industry. Stop buying crap. That way, the air will be less deadly to us. Money, things, these are our deadliest weapons. Stop buying junk. Stop making junk in huge, endless quantities. Stop buying wholesale objects of art and find a local artisan to create for you a unique piece, especially for you. Reduce the waste of resources. We will, by law, disband the corporations. All manufacturing that is not life-sustaining will be closed down. All lost jobs will be replaced by guild placements, retraining, rebuilding the infrastructure, and conversion to renewable power sources. That will be the only priority. By intergalactic decree, all homeless will be placed in all dwellings until able to be relocated. No exceptions. All government employees will oversee this project. All empty beds will be filled in every home in the world. If you have an empty bed, fill it. If you have an invalid, if you have an unlived in room, it will be occupied. This will be the law. I do not care how you feel about this. I don't care how they repulse you. You repulse us. The homeless will sleep in beds indoors. No exceptions. They are dirty because you refuse to give them the means to wash. They are starving while you let food spoil in your fridge. No poor person will ever be allowed to suffer again on the planet Earth. So, go find a poor, lost, rejected, hopeless soul that you put there and you take them home. Clean them up. Look into their eyes and cry for your sin. We are shameful people. We allow atrocity. We promote suffering. We falsely believe that we are good. But our world reflects our true nature. Our air is poisoned. Our temperature is rising. Our waters suffocate our fish. Our oceans are dying. Our children are deformed, sick, malnourished, even as they wallow in body fat. We strip our earth with tools to dig out the remains of former lives to fuel our heartless desire for little bits of paper and fabric with pretty little pictures on them that we call money. Open your eyes, my children. Every human with a light of true good in you. See what money has wrought. You are not without guilt. You cannot give to another your deeds. You must all pay karma in the end. It will be the end of your blindness or the end of your life that lets you see what is true, what is real, what is yours to own. Will you own the past or the future? If you own the past, go about your way. I will one day tread upon your ashes. But if you choose to actualize our future, then pray for me. Pray for you. Pray for your beloved ones. Pray for the stranger, the poor. Pray for peace. Then your energy will be added to everyone else's, and we will save ourselves and our future together. By the time of my reading of this chapter, LOL, I hope to have the beginnings of the Foundation of Zion together, a group of guilds to coordinate projects and funds for the base of our national foundation. We will create our own underground infrastructure. No political movement, but a social one, using unemployed people to address issues that the government ignores. So, where are we on that? LOL, we haven't even started. And that's where I'm going to stop this time. So, next time we'll take up where we left off. Until then, may the Great watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm, my friends. May you always be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light the unicorn way. Know that I love you. I'm doing everything I can for us. Stay happy and high, my people. We'll be together soon. Until then, I'll say later now, because I will never say goodbye.